changing, it's as important as ever for us to look to you for guidance in everything we do. Please keep us safe as we go our separate ways. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
You may be seated. Hello, I am Miranda Rodriguez, your student body president. I am pleased to welcome our administration, our families, our honored guests, and most of all, my classmates to our KHHS 2020 commencement ceremony. Obviously, this was not the ideal graduation we have all been expecting for the last 13 years, and for our families, the last 18 years. However, we made it. We made it through all of our ups and downs, class of 2020. Regardless of the obstacles we have faced, we have fought hard to succeed. I want to take a second to thank every mentor we have been so very blessed with. These people have always stuck by our sides and encouraged us to keep fighting and to never surrender until we achieved our goals. Let's take a moment to remember all of the memories we will hold on to for a lifetime. Like that time Kinsley got her arm stuck in the vending machine. Or the friendships we cherished dearly in elementary school and high school. Dancing the night away at homecomings and junior prom. Float decorating and our much-deserved wins for our junior prom and our senior float. Every school experience we had in one way or another shaped us into the brilliant, strong, independent people we are today. Fellow classmates, as we start our new adventure into life, I want to remind you to continue working hard, chasing your goals and dreams, and with determination and faith, you can accomplish anything. I love each and every one of you guys, and I'm excited to see how our lives turn out. Congratulations, class of 2020, we finally made it. Once again, welcome to our long-awaited graduation.
Hello, I am Ashton Ludwig, Senior Class Vice President. Tonight, it is my privilege to introduce to you the honored guests seated on the stage. Please stand as I call your name. Audience, please hold all applause until all introductions are completed. Keystone Heights Junior Senior High School Principal, Ms. Lori Burke. Clay County School Board Member, District 1, Ms. Janice Karakas. Our nomenclature for the evening, KHHS Social Studies teacher, Mr. Andrew McDonald. Director of Information and Technology, Clay County Schools, Mr. Ethan Karen. Santa Fe College Watson Center Specialist, Student Affairs, in addition to serving as the Mayor of Keystone, Ms. Karen Lake. Keystone Heights Junior Senior High School Vice Principal, Mr. Barry Underwood. Keystone Heights Junior Senior High School Assistant Principal, Ms. Beth Turbyville. Keystone Heights Junior Senior High School Assistant Principal, Ms. Sarah Denmark. Thank you to all of our honored guests for your involvement this evening. You may be seated.
Good evening, everyone. I would first like to start off by welcoming everybody, including those from home. I wish all friends and family members could be here to celebrate together. It hurts to not have everybody here because we are not just celebrating us seniors, but also all the people who have helped each and every one of us throughout these past 13 years. So whether you are here in person or watching from another place, thank you. Nonetheless, we'll have to celebrate virtually, and of course, you've heard it many times, 6 feet apart. Now I'm going to take it back to a few months by looking back on our August 13th, That was our last first day of high school. We were all able to come together, and some of us were even able to snap a picture in front of the school. However, little did we know that in exactly 8 months, our school year would be cut short and many experiences we have been waiting for would be taken from us. But not only were our lives changed, but also those in the entire world. Although we are still battling what caused this for us, there are a lot of things that we have learned from than if the virus would have never struck our economy. For example, life. Our whole lives have been changed, and I am sure many, if not most of us, sitting here tonight have literally sat back in our houses and realized that what is important is that we are all alive and able to spend time with those who we love most. We more than often take the gift of life for granted, which brings me to a second thing we have been able to learn from: quality time. During quarantine, all of us were probably going stir crazy. However, this probably pushed us to our limits and made us come out of our comfort zone and think outside of the box. Metaphorically speaking, we learned how to live a life away from the outside world by spending it outside with our families or friends. Whether it was by going for a run, a bike ride, reading, or doing arts and crafts with the kids, we were simultaneously able to learn a little bit more about each other and about ourselves. So, fellow classmates, even though we were not able to beat the juniors in the powder buff game, watch the boys be cheerleaders for a day, or let loose our best dance moves at prom for one last time, we can hold the memories that we were able to experience close to our hearts. To name a few, this year we won Best Homecoming Float for the second time in a row. We had a blast at homecoming and the events associated with it. And let's face it, our boys were being kind and let the juniors win the powder buff game. We were able to live moments no other graduating class had, like have a drive-through cap and gown pickup and have a parade for our original graduation day. We also were lucky enough to have our class picture placed in town. So even though we have had one seemingly never-ending roller coaster ride of a senior year, let's continue to be the best class there ever was and save the pieces of history we are experiencing such that we can tell our stories to the generations to come. Before I end, I would like to do one quick thing and take a picture. So if everyone could say cheese. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. All right, thank you. Anyways, thank you so much for choosing me to be your class president. It has been both an adventure and honor getting to know and advance with you all throughout the years. Love you, KHHS class of 2020.
Hello, I am Haley Phillips, Senior Class Secretary. Tonight I have the privilege of thanking our community, civic, and charitable organizations for their generous scholarship giving to the class of 2020 seniors. Through these years, these groups have supported seniors in every graduating class at Keystone Heights High School as they strive to continue their education beyond high school. We thank you for your contributed support and generosity. They are Women's Club of Keystone Heights, Glenn Harris and Eric Redford Scholarship and Trust with Keystone United Methodist Church, Jordan Cooper Scholarship Foundation, Duty Owens Family Scholarship Foundation, Sons of AMVETS, AMVETS Riders and AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary Post 86, Gerald Ivan Mingledorf Scholarship Foundation, Lake Region Kiwanis Club, Keystone Heights Rotary Club, Santa Fe Watson Center Scholarship Foundation, Clay Electric Cooperative, Clay County Agricultural Fair, Daughters of the American Revolution, and the Miss KHHS Scholarship Fund. Thank you for your contributed investment in our school, and thank you for your support of my fellow classmates.
Good evening. I'm Haley Prieto, the class of 2020 class treasurer. I'm honored to stand here tonight on stage to recognize my fellow classmates who have enlisted to serve our country through military service. I am especially honored to acknowledge these students tonight as I have too enlisted, deciding to join the Air Force. Now let's take a moment and recognize our class of 2020 young men and women who have enlisted in the military service. The distinction of these students can be made by the cords they're wearing. We have been awarded a red, white, and blue honor cord. If you are a graduate who has enlisted in the military or are a guest who has served in the military, please stand and be recognized. We thank you for your service to our country. Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce Mayor Karen Lake, who is serving in her other role as Specialist of Student Affairs with Santa Fe College Watson Center, as she recognizes our AA degree recipients.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be included in tonight's ceremony. I want to thank the administration and guidance counselors of Keystone Heights High School for their support of the high school dual enrollment program at Santa Fe College. It continues to be a vibrant part of our student population and community outreach. On behalf of our director and staff at the Watson Center, please accept our congratulations to the entire class of 2020. We wish all of you the very best in your future endeavors and hope to see many of you in the future at Santa Fe College. I'm here to recognize the accomplishments of 29 of tonight's graduates. Just so you know, this is the largest group of AA grads that we've ever had, including all of the other high schools combined in Clay County. And you did it through a pandemic. Way to finish strong. I'm so very proud of each one of you. Tonight they'll be honored by wearing a blue cord. In addition, their names have a special notation in the graduation program. Will you stand as I call your name, please? Perla Alonso, Rachel Brookshire, Charlize Cooper, Molly Deal, Casey DeWitt, Kaylee Dion, Sierra Fernandez, Sarah Garcia, Cortland Gentry, Caitlin Gruel, Cynthia Hernandez, Lauren Hicks, Colby Hopkins, Wyatt Hopkins, Carly Jennings, Brendan Lee, Justin McClendon, Carmel Murray, Jay Payne, Jerry Payne, Madison Perkins, Tully Wrangler, Kelsey Rayberg, Gabriel Ritchie, Alyssa Smith, Michaela Smith, Courtney Thursby, Ben Tron, Isabel Woodell. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating these graduates who have earned this very rigorous academic goal.
Good evening, parents, family, teachers, and my fellow graduates. My name is Jerry Payne. It is my honor to be standing here as your salutatorian of the class of 2020. I want to start off by thanking the parents, families, and friends for helping guide us through high school, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Thank you, teachers, for spending so much time and effort giving us the knowledge we need to succeed. Thank you to all the coaches that have helped shape us. Finally, I want to thank the school staff and administrators for helping make this evening even happen for us. I think I speak for the whole class that we thank all of you for everything you have done in our high school. To be honest with everyone, when I sat down to write this speech, I really wanted to avoid talking about everything we missed as a class. Some of us lost our senior sports, our chances to be captains and team leaders. Some lost our final chances to compete for the clubs we put everything in for the last 4 years. All of us lost our chances to have the fun and closure that we were promised we would have in the last 3 months of our senior year. Losing the last third of our senior year to a virus was not what any of us had planned, but it's definitely an experience that will affect our lives forever and a memory that we will never forget. We have gone through some difficult times with the virus and all had to adapt and accept a new way of life, but we managed to persevere. I contribute my success to the help of God, friends, family. I hope if you do not already have this, that you find it in your future to help you succeed through difficult times like the virus as well as the good times. This pandemic is not the defining event for our class. Don't let it be. What we can do is choose how we respond to it as we take the next steps in life. It can be hard to imagine what life could look like as time progresses because there's so much uncertainty. While it might seem like one chapter of our life is ending, it is just a new chapter starting. We can use this pandemic as an excuse for why we can't move on in life, or we can use it as a motivator to find our own purpose in life. Whether we plan to go to college, trade school, the military, or straight into the workforce, we have to rely on our faith and good judgment. That will make the difference in our success in the future. All the things that we have gone through up to this point help make us who we are, and we are a class that perseveres. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it. And I want to introduce our valedictorian, Rachel Brookshire.
Hello, I am Rachel Brookshire, your class of 2020 valedictorian. Here we are, at the end of an era for most of us, at the end of an uphill climb, a hill that seemed like the smallest of them all, but soon changed to be the steepest one we ever faced in our 12 years. There were so many challenges this year, from burnout to having to reapproach school altogether. There were losses of essential high school memories, the final game we practiced for, our final concert, or even the fun-filled night of senior prom. We lost a lot. However, we had both the strength and endurance to continue to climb that hill and get our diploma no matter what the world threw at us. That in itself is a feat that deserves endless congratulation, if not from others, then from yourself. Take this moment to be proud of yourself and all the struggles you personally overcome to earn that diploma. Now take a moment to thank everyone who helped you achieve this accomplishment. The teachers who have provided endless help and went through the struggles of adapting their classes to an online platform, one that they had never experienced before. Please thank them for all the lessons they taught you, both about school and about life and character. Teachers, please take a moment as well to congratulate yourselves for sticking through this year and its endless struggles. Seniors, please thank all of those who've made this graduation possible, even in this time of hardship. Thank our principal and Miss Adams for allowing us to still have a ceremony and walk across the stage. Not to mention, take this moment to appreciate your parents and them having to become at-home teachers or mentors to keep you focused on your schoolwork. I personally never imagined myself here in this position at the top of the class. I thought I was doing all right in school. I always tried to do my best. I worked hard, but I felt my work and my grades were just a little above average. It wasn't until I discovered that I was the second in the class that I really realized how my efforts in school had paid off. But this also made me determined to do even better than I had ever done before. So I threw myself into my work. I did every extra oh my goodness, extra credit assignment available, even if it was not needed. I made grades of 100 and 102, trying to push myself into that #1 spot, and I did it. I achieved it after countless hours of work and studying. Finally, I had done it. But was the title of valedictorian worth the hours of my life I gave up to achieve it? Was it worth the relationships I put on hold? The anxiety of worrying about the test grades I had stressed myself out about. The constant ongoing calculations of how my grade would change if I scored low on a test that I wasn't sure about. The absolute pit of dread I felt in my stomach anytime I saw a test score where I made less than a 90%. This is the ugly side of being a perfectionist. This is the ugly side of being an overachiever. The incessant thoughts and the overwhelming feeling that what you do is not enough. The constant worry that you will somehow fail. I want to touch on this as it is a subject that is often overlooked in academic achievement. I want to include it in my speech to share with you what I have learned through this way of thinking, and I would like to share advice with you in hopes that I may provide ways for you so that you do not fall victim to it. Through this time, I have learned the importance of being easy on yourself, acknowledging and praising your own accomplishments, and scheduling time for yourself, your friends, and your family. So my advice to you is to make sure you are doing well at your future college work and future career work, but to not let these goals take over your life. Your personal relationships are important. Be sure you make time for yourself and the activities you enjoy. This is equally important, just as important as achieving any goal that you set for yourself. To return to the question posed earlier, was it worth it? I believe so. After all, any goal you achieve requires a tremendous effort and sacrifice. Do I wish that I had made different choices? Sure, but I do view the work I put in to achieve this goal negatively? No, I view it as one of the hopefully many milestone achievements that I'll make in this lifetime. I will, however, pursue a life where fun and meaningful adventures are just as relevant as pursuing any future goals I aspire to, because what is a life worth outliving? Mark Twain once said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do by the things you did. Remember to carry the lessons these years have taught us throughout your lives and never stop striving for the end goal, a happy and healthy you, and keep moving forward. Now I would like to introduce to you Mr. Barry Underwood, Vice Principal of Keystone Heights Junior-Senior High School, as he delivers the commencement message.
Thank you, ma'am. I believe that the mic is giving a lot of feedback up here, Derek. I don't know if the volume needs to be adjusted or not, but before I get started, I'd like to thank the following for their time and donations to make this a memorable occasion for our seniors. Administration, faculty, and staff, Ace Hardware, Coach Dickinson, our athletic director, Derek Dowdy for sound, Mrs. Payne and her digital design class at Keystone High School, Herb Walls and the custodial staff, KHSS, faculty and staff present for tonight's ceremony, Ms. Touchton and the varsity cheer squad, student council members, ambassadors to honored guests, student marshals for the class of 2020. Now that we've thanked all of those that we have helped us make this event possible, good evening, Keystone! It is truly an honor to be speaking with you tonight, considering all we've gone through since March. Ms. Burke, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Let me tell you, I was concerned about how this speech would go. To prepare, I had to do a little research. I've been to several graduations over the years, but like many of you now, I haven't really paid attention to what's being said. So I had to figure out what is expected from a commencement speech. What I discovered was interesting. At the collegiate or university level, these speeches are often given by politicians or other noteworthy public figures, and typically they last from 7 to 25 minutes. So, I figure that since we've known each other for the last 6 years, yes, I came in with you guys, I'm entitled to more time at the mic. So strap in and hold on tight. This may take some time. I've got a lot to say. Come on, you got to give me a little bit of a laugh here. Seriously, I only have 3 points I'd like to share with you. First is back in 1986, Robert Fulghum wrote a book titled All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. I want to share some of his thoughts with you now. Share everything. Play fair. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Live a balanced life. Learn, think, draw, and paint. Sing and dance. Play and work some every day. When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Most importantly, especially now, wash your hands before you eat. As you progressed in your education, there were other little lessons that I trust you learned as well. I hope you remember the words of wisdom that were part of our daily announcements. I'm going to let you in on a little secret now. I didn't come up with those every day. They are actually published by an organization called Project Wisdom. Remember how our day started? Good morning, Keystone. Please stand and join me for the pledge. Then we'd say the pledge, give some sports scores or other announcements, and then a few words of wisdom that would go something like this. How do you define the success? Are you successful if you own an expensive car? Are you successful if you write a best-selling book? Are you successful if you're the quarterback of a Super Bowl team? Here's how writer and editor J.E. House defines success. Listen up, this is important. We claim that any man who is honest, fair, tolerant, kindly, and charitable to others is a success, no matter what his position in life. Well, there you have it. Today, be a truly successful person. Be honest, fair, kind, and courteous, and you'll be a winner. But to me, the most important part of the words of wisdom was not the quote, but these last 3 sentences that were the same every day. With something to think about, this is Mr. Underwood. Make it a great day or not, and we hope that you choose to make it a great day because the choice is yours. And this brings me to my final point. Sometime during your 6 years here, you've heard this story. I'm pretty sure for you guys, it was at 7th grade orientation. By a show of hands, how many of you have seen the movie Spider-Man? As you enter into the next chapter of your life, I want to remind you of what Uncle Ben said to Peter Parker. With great power comes great responsibility. Over the past 13 years, you've been given the tools to make good decisions, to be successful, and know you are responsible for the choices you make. Please, go into the world and make it a better place than you found it. And go Indians. And now the presentation of the Class 2020, directed by tonight's nomenclature, Mr. Andrew McDonald. Thank you.
During the presentation of graduates, please hold your applause until all graduates' names have been announced. To ensure that each graduate's name is heard, we request that audience members refrain from yelling, screaming, and making any loud noises. And now, we present to you the Keystone Heights Junior Senior High graduating class of 2020. Alonzo. Perla Alonzo with high honors. Courtney Ashlyn Andrews with high honors. Brian Matthew Armstrong with high honors. Miana Ballard Null with honors. Caitlin Marie Bangert with high honors. Nathaniel James Barletta. Nathaniel James Barletta. Madeline Noel Barnhart. Thank you. I need that. Good. Jeremy Robin Bauer with high honors. Joseph William Baxter. Caleb Gabriel Baxter with honors. Caleb Dawson Beecher. Megan Innerly Bigue with honors. Richard Charles Burkall. Matthew Booth Stroud with honors. No, you get it. Farron Lee Becknell. Anthony Michael Brasino. Shane Allen Brock. Go ahead and get your rows now. And when you come up, go ahead and pick your rows up. Rachel Nicole Brookshire with high honors. Summer Leanne Brown. Autumn Brooke Buchanan with honors. Jackson Nicholas Chanel with honors. Jason Nicholas Chanel, excuse me. Tristan Wade Chapini. Mikhaili Blasi Coleman with high honors. Charlize Gabrielle Cooper with high honors. Andrew Brian Cox with high honors. Lauren Elizabeth Cromwell with honors. Donovan David Crowell. Ayana Aaliyah Cruz with high honors. Derek Marcel Merrill Cunningham with honors. Jessica Elena Curtis. William Alexander Curtis. Joseph Isaiah Danella. Shane Edward Dayhaw. Molly Lee Deal with high honors. Zoe Lynn Dearborn with honors. Emma Jane Denanzio with honors. Casey Dennis DeWitt with high honors. Kaylee Nicole Diano with Diano? Yeah. Kaylee Nicole Diano with high honors. Cody Wayne Denali with high honors. Camry Grace Dowdy with high honors. Alea Michelle Dowd with honors. Kyla Dorothy Lucille with high honors. Sierra Fernandez with high honors. Kylie Alicia Fisher with honors. Garrett Lansing Fisher. Caitlin Marie Fletcher with high honors. Matthew Thomas Forsey with honors. Douglas Robert Freed with honors. Robert Tyler Friedland. Ethan Case Gagnon with high honors. Rachel Elizabeth Gale with honors. Sarah Ann Garcia with high honors. Danielle Marie Fugre with high honors. Garvey. Danielle Marie Fugarvey with high honors. Cortland Michelle Gentry with high honors. Aaron Raymond Graham. Adam Clayton Graham. Caitlin Marie Gruhl with high honors. Amaya Marie Hall. Alyssa Rose Hall with honors. Emerald Grace Hall with high honors. Jennifer Nicole Hall. Kaylin Marie Hall with honors. Okay. Trace Hall. Trace Hall. Zachary Neil Hamlow with honors. Fantasy Michelle Hamrick. Isabel Carolyn Hannah with high honors. Olivia Jade Marie Hart. Courtney Rose Harris with honors. You're fine. Lindsay Marie Harrison. Trevor Thomas Haight. Edward Lynn Hayes. Savannah May Hines. Mason Todd Henson with high honors. Cynthia Hernandez with honors. Madison Grace Hesketh. Jack Williams Hicks. Tyson Alexander Hilgas. Lauren Elaine Hicks with high honors. Kinsley May Hollingsworth. Colby Brock Hopkins with high honors. Wyatt Owens Hopkins with high honors. Ethan Bryce Howell with honors. Caitlin Elise Hutchison. Rebekita Michelle Rebekita Jackson. There we go. Get it in there at once. Carly Ash Jennings. Carly Ash Jennings with high honor. Garfield Matthew Johns with high honors. Robert Wade Johnson. Chloe Elizabeth Keenan with high honors. Carson Grace Kendrick with honors. Sophia Keller Kicklider with high honors. Savannah Raquel Copert. Carly Madison LaRue Woods. Brendan Todd Lee with high honors. Mackenzie Rose Lemaster. Emily Elizabeth Luce with high honors. Damian Juan Lozano. Ashton Taylor Ludwig with high honors. Alicia Lauren Lunsman. Delia Mack. Nathan James Martin. Sarah Ann Mason with honors. Jesse Cole Maddox. Desiree Nicole McCauley with honors. Cameron Allaire McMahon. Brianna Mackenzie Miller. Kaya Ashanti Moore. Maya Tyler Moore with high honors. William Colt Mullis Carroll. Leighton Tyler Murphy. Carmel Amanda Murray with high honors. Noah George Ogg with honors. Robbie Chaz Paget. Yeah. Zachary Cole Palmeter with honors. Samuel Pete Parsons with honors. J. Michael Payne with high honors. Jerry Daniel Payne with high honors. Madison Page Perkins with high honors. Haley Brianna Phillips with honors. Jacob Thomas Polk with honors. Haley Sierra Prieto with high honors. Tully Don Wrangler with high honor. I'm going to give that one again. Tully Donnell Wrangler with high honors. Kelsey Lynn Reinberg with high honors. Ethan David Rexford. Gabriel Allen Ritchie with high honors. Landon Michael Ricketts. Hayden Riley Riviere. Miranda Lane Rodriguez with high honors. Douglas Raymond Rowe. Macy Anastasia Ramus. Tyler James Shellpepper. Tyler James C. Max William Sherritts with honors. Travis Ryan Shepard with honors. Alyssa Brooke Smith with a high honors. Corey Daniel Smith with honors. Michaela Rose Smith with high honors. Faith Michelle Solano. Emily Rayana Stager. Garrett Lee Stanley with high honors. Sydney Nicole Stevenson with honors. Grace Dell Sullivan with high honors. Ryan Daniel Swank. Ian Blaine Tate. Matthew Logan Terrell. Jacob Carl Thomas. Courtney Page Thursby with high honors. Colby Peter Townsend with high honors. Benjamin Bryce Tron with high honors. Adrian James Valentine. Caden Jade Van Sickle. Brianna Faith Velasquez with high honors. Delan James Vidler. Benjamin Douglas Waka with high honors. Ashton Michael Ward with high honors. Brian Keith Welburn. Paige Elaine Whipple with honors. Jenna Lee Williams. Savannah Taylor Wilson with honors. Bryson Craig Wise with high honors. Isabel Renee Woodell with high honors. William Robert Yeldell with high honors.
Mrs. Karakis, please join me at the podium. Seniors, please stand. Mrs. Karakis, The seniors of the class of 2020 are certified as graduates or having completed their high school course of study as prescribed by the Clay County School District and the State Board of Florida.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. What I'd like to say to the class of 2020 is that I'm so incredibly proud of you, of all your many accomplishments, and I look forward to the great things that the future has for you. The entire community celebrates you tonight. So, Ms. Burke, by the power vested in me as a member of the Clay County School Board and this great state of Florida, I accept the senior class of 2020 as certified graduates. You to finish.
You may turn your tassels.
All right, we're ready to leave.
All right, Mr. Dowdy, we are ready.